Welcome to the Creative Wandering Duo with Dave and Sandra Fisher. Hi everyone, Sandra here. I'm going to be doing some custom quilting on this beautiful quilt. It's a oriental, what do they call that patch now? The name just disappeared on me. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'm going to use rulers. This ruler here is from Quilter's Apothecary. And he's got a lot of different ones there that come apart like a puzzle. And they just work so well. I like them. So you can check those out on Quilter's Apothecary. And I'll just kind of catch you up on some of the things we've been up to in the last little while. It's been busy. Dave had his surgery last week the week before actually. My whole week has been totally messed right up. Yes, it was the week before Wednesday, and they took him in for the surgery about 11 o'clock, and by 2 o'clock he was back up in the space they had, in the bed they'd given him. And he'd been in the surgery and recovery room, but they didn't really have a recovery room, I guess. They just brought him right straight down to the room, and there he had to lay flat on his back for 4 hours, I think it was. It was about 5 o'clock. The doctor came in and told us the surgery was a complete success. He was very happy with how things had went, and so yeah, that was good to hear. And then by 6 o'clock they had fed him, got him up a little bit, walking. He wasn't to walk too terribly much, and we were on our way back to the camper because we had taken the camper to Saskatoon, and we stayed in the Gordon Howe campground, I guess they call it. We always knew him as Gordie Howe, the hockey player. So yeah, and then we just stayed there very quietly, and the next day, and rested. And it was supposed to rain on the Friday, so we stayed the Friday night because it's not nice to be taking your camper down and packing it up in the rain. So we just stayed, and I did hand work, which I was working on at the hospital while waiting for Dave. I just took my slow stitch kit along, and yeah, got some applique done that I wanted to work on, and some other stitching done. So that was nice. And got to visit one of my relatives. She happened to be in the city, so she came over on Friday, and we visited for a couple hours. It was nice because we don't get to see each other very often. And another thing was Dave wasn't supposed to lift very much, and of course when we're putting the trailer or hooking the trailer up, and there's always some lifting, so the more time he could take recuperating, the better. And so anyway, on Saturday morning we ate our breakfast, got all packed up, and headed for home, and got everything backed in, and got the camper set up again, and then I could unload it, and Dave could go and rest. He was missing his workshop, so he went out there and made some jewelry. He's been getting quite proficient at making jewelry, so he did that, and I got the camper unpacked, and then did a bit of yard work because we were getting ready we had to plant our garden. It was time. Our potatoes had to get in the ground, so Sunday we rested another day, and then Monday we went to Lloydminster and picked up some compost and some other things that we needed, and got home, and we unloaded that compost and got it scattered around, got the bins ready, planted our potatoes, and from there we started to work on the garden boxes. Another relative and friend and his wife came out. Well, the relative is the friend. They came out, and they helped us mulch up different things. No, that was on Saturday yet. We did all that. See, I told you, my days are all confused. They came out and we mulched up the garden raised beds and such. But then on Monday, they came back. Or they came back on Tuesday. I forget. Anyway, they helped us. And we got the garden pretty well all planted. Now that was Monday, and Tuesday I finished it. And then we had rain, so it worked out really well. And now it's time to get back to quilting. So in here, as you can see what I'm doing, I'm free motioning the petals of the flowers in. I wanted flowers in there because the cherry blossoms, but cherry blossoms only have 5 petals, and unfortunately I have to do 6 because of the kaleidoscope type look to this. So it looks good anyway, but One Block Wonder, that's what the pattern is called. One Block Wonder, with the panel in there. So I have to do some stitching around the design of the panel that these blocks go around. But it's nice to be able to get at this and get some of it done. And sometimes it's, One Block Wonder, you just, because they're so busy as it is, you just want to do an edge-to-edge design. And it was kind of, okay, what am I doing here? And the lady wanted custom done because of the panel. And so then what do you do? And so I started looking and trying to figure out what I could do. And I liked the curved around the blocks that defines those and still softens it, and then putting that flower in the center to finish it off is just the perfect touch. And sometimes you don't know what or how to quilt something. Go online. Pinterest is a really good place to get ideas from, and sometimes it's something from a totally different quilt, but you get the idea and it's going to work on yours. Like this one's with all the flowers, I kind of wanted to keep with that theme, and it just works. Sometimes it's kind of hard to figure it all out, but thank you to all the new subscribers. It's sure nice to have you come along, and I'm sorry we haven't been putting videos out on a regular time lately with the medical issues we've been and outside work that had to be done. It's kind of put a damper on getting videos made. And as I was downloading this video, I found videos from last summer, so maybe I'll do those up and get them on there because they're kind of interesting. It was putting the irrigation system into the garden, so that's kind of an interesting thing. And yeah, it's been quite windy here. I don't know what's the weather been like where you're at. We've end up with a couple of very warm days, so warm that you almost want the AC on, and then you get 2 days like that, and then just like that you have to put the furnace back on again. So we haven't turned the AC on. We've got it ready to go, but we have not turned it on. Just enjoying the warm. Open up the windows and let the breeze blow. But the last couple of days, it's been very, very windy. I've never really sat and watched myself while I'm stitching like this and talking on the video. Usually I'm talking as I'm doing, and it's kind of mesmerizing. So no, you won't get the sound of the machine in this one. I know some of you like to hear that, because I had a book on tape that I'm listening to. It's called The Whistler, and I kind of running out of days here. It's due in 4 days, and there's somebody waiting for it, so I have to get it listened to here. And but yeah, it's by John Grisham, and it's kind of a mystery murder thriller type thing, and they're looking into a judge that's, well, she's been getting money, taking money from the mob. So, tell you any more than that, and yeah, you won't want to read it. You'll know the story, so it's quite interesting. And I've been doing quite a bit of baking lately. Been working on my gluten-free bread recipe and trying to get it so that it's after one day, it's so usually the homemade gluten bread is so crumbly that you couldn't even make a sandwich out of it if you wanted to. And so I've been trying to figure out how do they do that with the store-bought gluten-free, and make it pliable so that you can make sandwiches out of it. So I think I finally got the secret on that, and it's a secret that you don't find in many online recipes for gluten-free bread. So once I get it perfected, then I might have to put that recipe out there. But I'm still not quite happy with it. It's still quite a heavy bread, and I'd like it to be a little bit lighter. So yeah, it's just those things. Anyway, so leave a comment as to what you're all working on. Do you quilt during the summer, or is that just a winter project for you? I sure enjoy reading all the comments. I like to take my handwork along and sit and stitch in the camper, and Dave likes to go fishing, so if the water isn't too rough and we can park the boat on the beach, then he can take the boat out and he goes out fishing by himself, and I can sit and stitch. We each have our quiet space and do what we enjoy doing. Goodness, years ago when we had our truck camper, we went camping so late in October that it snowed. Dave had to come in, and my parents had come up to the lake for lunch, and Dave came in, and well, in a truck camper you don't have much room, so I held a blanket up and he changed behind the blanket because he was wet and cold, and we had the furnace going. It didn't take long with 4 people in there and it warmed up. But we laugh. Yeah, we go fishing right till the snow falls. We haven't done that in a while, but oh well, maybe this year again we'll do that. But it used to be free after September long weekend. It was free camping in the park. You wouldn't have water or the amenities, but you know, if you had your own, that was great. And yeah, you could still go and camp. But now they charge for winter camping, and it's not cheap. So our free cheap camping has kind of disappeared. At least that's in Saskatchewan. I don't know about other provinces. But just finishing it off here, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It helps our channel. And hit the like button, because that helps the algorithm for Facebook to get our channel out there a bit more. And commenting also helps the algorithms. Plus, I like to read the comments. And if you want to know when our next video gets published, well, click on the bell. That'll give you a notification. So I'm going to say thank you for joining us, and bye for now. And remember, stay real.